What up, YouTube? It's your boy Brandon Midwest calling Copeland. I'm going to show you real quick. Got that Sons of the Beast dry fit on. Shout out to Julius Mattis for getting these. Go to sonsofthebeast.org. That is our nonprofit. I'm going to say this every video until you understand the movement is real. Shout out to all my brothers and Sons of the Beast. Shout out to Pops, King of Pig Iron. Speaking of Pops, King of Pre is back. IronAddictSubs.com. Get yourself some Sidewalk KRAKA 2 flavors right now. Looking to expand for more. But y'all got to buy all this shit up first. Buy all this shit up first. Get your workout. Get your pre-workout on. Have your workout get you all day. Some of y'all might need your libido tight too. Yeah, because that might stop some of the negative comments y'all leave. If y'all get your PP right. Anyway, sorry. Today we're doing shoulders, man. Nothing crazy. I got an appearance coming up. If you're in the Westland, Michigan area, go to West 5th from 2 to 4. We're going to be out there kicking it, celebrating the release, relaunch of Sidewalk KRAKA. Again, I'm reintroducing myself. A lot of people didn't know I was a black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. 20 years now. 20 years I've been training Jiu-Jitsu. I'll talk about the time I've had off. I'll talk about my come up in Jiu-Jitsu and mixed martial arts. So stay tuned, man. Get these delts. This winter time coming, y'all know what I say about them Hallmark movies when your girl want to cry. She want to lay her head on your shoulder. Like this. And be like, did you see Lifetime movie? Like, but if you don't have the delts, she'll go, you know what I mean? Get your shit tight, baby. So I always start off with rear delts, man. As small as the rear delt muscle is, if you're looking for aesthetic, pound your rear delts, man. Make your shoulder look big as shit. Rear delts also are used, obviously, to pulling. So if you want to be a big rower, deadlifter, or whatever, make sure you build all around that shoulder. I see a lot of people get injured because they don't fully attack the body in its entirety. They like love what their genetics give them. You got a nice chest, don't want to do shoulders. Got nice shoulders, lack on everything else, right? So you got to build it all around. I wasn't a big fan of doing back. I became a fan of doing back. Well, first of all, when I was 19 with a new gym membership, an old dude yelled across the room because all I would do was bench press and arms. And he told me I wasn't shit without a back. So he definitely is correct. So make sure you hit all three heads, man. I start off with these because, like I said, it's a smaller muscle. And I want to make sure I target them real well, concentrate on them. So I was introduced to Jiu-Jitsu by a guy, Brian Sonnery. I won't dare mention the other guy's name. I was humbled by both though. He was about 230, good athlete, good wrestling, and Brian weighed about 170. The other guy weighed about 200, very slim dude. And of course, being stronger, you know, that's what your mentality is when you're that young. And I really was humbled, especially with Brian, because Brian felt like a 400-pound man when he would be on top, when he would control. And to have, now wrestling, you get controlled by somebody your weight, or even good wrestlers, you know. A good wrestler, he'll hold your ass down. So this is for y'all in the street, man. I know everybody thinks because they can throw a punch and kick and shit, that make you tough. There's some guys out here that can't throw a punch to save their life. But that grappling and wrestling game is a whole different story. Now, I'm not saying anybody should be undefeated, and I'm just saying, I'm taking my money on the trained fighters, bro. It's the emotion part. It's the emotion part that gets people over. When you pissed off, you leave the club, somebody touched a girl, or they shouldn't be doing that anyway. You shouldn't ever look that soft to somebody disrespect you in front of your woman. But, you know, you mad at such a, oh man, I swear to God, on my mama, on my life. Yo, adrenaline pump, you already losing the fight the more you talk. Cats like me, cats who train and used to get punched in the face every day sparring. What's up? And you know, I might be a little angry, but the second it's go time, I'm chill. So that's a separator, plus the technique. Most of y'all ain't never been slammed on your damn back. But anyway, I was humming through that. So once I learned that strength really wasn't the number one thing, it's good to have it. I started focusing on technique as the years went by. And by the time I remember becoming, I was a blue belt for 7 years because I fought, you know, mixed martial arts. So I didn't wear the gi much. Started doing judo. I was so obsessed with learning techniques. I said when I got my purple belt, I was gonna focus solely on back, training my half guard position from my back, being more fluent. And that's one of the biggest compliments I've gotten, being a bigger dude who trains jiu-jitsu, is how technical I am. I can roll with anybody, a 100-pound woman to a 400-pound man, and nobody gets hurt. You know what I'm saying? So that's one of my biggest compliments I've gotten during my time in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, because technique made me think. Thinking is what I need to do. So now my athleticism and all that other strong shit, that shit out the door. So now I got to use this, and that ain't always been the brightest bulb in that motherfucking thing. I spent a lot of time doing no gi. It was more realistic to me personally. So it took my belt system a very long time, you know. So when I got older, I started realizing that no gi is tough, right? No gi, mano a mano, you can't just sit there and hold nobody, and gi is more of a thinking man game. Now, they had their pros and their cons. In the gi, people really could use gi to their advantage to, like, if you ain't trying to fight for real or compete, you can play all these little weird political jiu-jitsu games and get these little advantage points or whatever. And, you know, I like to go after it. Don't hold me, don't do nothing. Now, no gi, ain't nobody hold me. You know what I'm saying? It's a special human being that can just isolate me like that. But I love gi because I love the fact that it made me think, and the stuff that I can use doing the gi. It's just, gi is pretty cool. As I got older, a lot of different submissions. I got into MMA. It honestly was like, I felt that what MMA would do for me would be help my mental health, because I was so violent, I was quick on the draw to fight, and I felt like if I was trained fighting and sparred every day and things like that, it would subdue that thirst for violence elsewhere. Because at the time I was still bouncing and shit. So, and again, I ain't never just run out and start no shit with nobody, or I was an overreactor, that is true. So there's a lot of shit I could have walked away from, but so I thought that MMA would help, and honestly it didn't. And I never realized, this is the first time I'm speaking on this shit publicly too, I never realized what it did not do for me. I was out of control mentally, man. And if I was ending the fight and I'm punching and that fight's not ending when I feel like it should be done, like I was always afraid of like losing my shit in there, like jumping up and just headbutting or something. Like the more I punched, or the more the fight went on, the more I was challenged and mentally of losing control. And I used to think, oh, it's cool, it's all right, but I started to see, like, I've seen a couple MMA fighters over the years lose some control in there. And I never realized that was me. I was fighting to end it all forever. Like, I ain't trying to be funny or sound cool. This shit, it wasn't cool, man. It mentally wasn't cool. And that's my first time actually speaking on that publicly. Like, I just held it in because I didn't want nobody to think they couldn't train with me, because I wasn't like that in training. I didn't want nobody to think that I was a nutcase or whatever back then, but now I'm very open about my mental health. And yeah, fighting was one of probably the worst things for me as far as mental health went. Period. The emotions getting ready for the fight, the emotions walking to the cage, the emotions when the cage door closed, you know. So it was different, man, and it didn't do what I thought it would do. Let me just make this clear, man. I fought at a very prehistoric time of MMA. It was brand new in our region. There wasn't many options. We had, you know, one of the first fight teams around. We fought who we fought. Some tough guys. Some guys went on to do great things, but I want to make that clear, so I'm never gonna be dishonest. Like, I was just out here beating up motherfuckers like John Jones, and didn't fight those caliber guys. Fought the guys who was training to do what they do, you know. But yeah, I had a good run though. 1, 2 titles, but just wasn't there for me mentally, man. And it's crazy, man. Let me tell y'all something. Mental health is the first part of anything you do. Your mental stability, anything you do, whether it's weight loss, whether it's gaining muscle, bodybuilders, I'm sure, go through that. All athletes go through that part. So being violent on top of that, coming from that background, it was very, very difficult for me, which is why it's kind of like, you know, people always talk about emotions, and this is why I used to, I don't know more. I just like checking people, real talk. I just like making people look whack. When grown men come on our social medias and they say shit, and they know they probably have a 0% chance of running into you, and those who have said, oh, let's get on the mat, and I've told them where I was going to be, they never show up. It's all a facade. Being tough isn't cool, guys. Let me just say that, especially if you really don't know. See, tough is not what you call people who are violent. You don't call them tough. Motherfuckers got issues. Tough is what you call somebody who just talk that shit. Now, we'll say a tough athlete, we use that in those terms, but tough is not somebody who just talk that shit and beat up on people they know they can fuck up. You know, one of my things is when I talk, I've always told everybody, man, it's not that I think I'm the baddest motherfucker in the world. I'm just not afraid to get my ass whooped. You know, I done got my ass whooped before. I done got knocked out in training, got dropped in training, got submitted in training, got beat up on the street. I used to fight all the older dudes. So it ain't that. I just don't have no, I know what the other side feel like. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people are afraid to die. Well, yeah, I done that too. I don't want to leave this earth, but it's really not a fear that I would say like, oh, I'm scared to die. I just don't want to leave my kids. You know what I'm saying? I just don't want to leave this earth. I got more to accomplish. But once you experience something, that kind of hardens you a little bit. So when I got beat up growing up, fighting motherfuckers I had no business, what the fuck do you think I give a fuck about somebody now? Now, I'm 1%. I'm a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt with striking ability. And I know people think, oh, man, that don't make you tough. It don't make you this. It don't make you. You're right, because these cats still get their ass whooped. Some jiu-jitsu dudes still get their ass whooped. But I didn't come up learning how to fight. I came up already in it. This taught me how to chill out a little bit. And it's just so funny, man. Motherfuckers, when they passed the stand your ground law, people was like, oh man, when they pass that, I swear to God, I swear. Motherfucker, let me tell you something. And I ain't joking when I say this. Bro, if you didn't have it in you to defend yourself when somebody punched you in your shit, or did something to your kids, or did something to your wife before that law was passed, if you was a sucker at 11:59, you never hit nobody in your life at 12 a.m. when that law passed, you still soft as shit. Don't let these laws fool you, because you can still go to jail for those too. You ain't tough because they passed the law. That gun law don't make you tough neither. You still got to be a killer. And most people don't even know what that feel like. You still got to be a killer. You still got to be ready to sit in front and live with the fact that you took somebody's life. So all that tough talk, yo, it's cool, man. Just be a cool person. Just be a cool person, man. That don't make you a man, man. Take care of your kids and your family. Build business, help other men. You know what I'm saying? Help other men grow. You know what I'm saying? Help your community. That beating people, that don't make you tough, bro. You was soft at 11:59. You're soft at 12 a.m. when them laws pass. You understand what I'm saying? Until you ever witness that actual go do yoga, motherfucker. So that's it, man. Those y'all keep asking for jiu-jitsu content. I have old content. To be honest with you, I've been super busy. And I train 20 minutes away from where I live, so it's kind of hard. But I'm about to get back to it. I got to buy a new Ghees. Your boy got swole. Anyway, but yeah, I've been in, and plus my elbow been bad, man. And those fast twitch movements with the Ghee on, and I can't risk getting hurt. This is what I'm making a career, is this fitness, and jiu-jitsu ain't paying the bills, so gotta go where it works. But now, kind of moving to a comfortable place where this content will be put together, and I would like everybody to get that more of a calm versus just this weightlifter. So jiu-jitsu content will be coming soon, man. Shout out to everybody who are new subscribers. I appreciate y'all. And until next time, get swole, stay in control. I was whack.